What's up, everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here, and hidden in this nondescript purple box, I think we've got a affordable beast. This is the latest from Moto, the Moto G. This guy's gonna start at 180 bucks. You can customize it though with Motorola's own Moto Maker software. Let's go ahead and open this sucker up and see what you're going to get inside. Here is the phone. It's a 5-inch 720p screen. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Push that off to the side. See what else we're going to have inside of this purple box. We've got cardboard, so if you've been hoping for like a flat piece with like a little pencil holder there, you have that. And you just have a wall charger, really just a wall charger. It's connected to the wall where it's though. Don't think you're gonna get a separate one in there, or two separate pieces, Moto G and some paperwork, which no one's gonna read. But let's take a look at the phone, that's why we're here. Go ahead and pull off this little plastic piece. I know people love the original Moto G, I did as well. This seems to be a pretty worthy successor to that. No real satisfying whooshy noise. I'll power the sucker on and let me run you through the specs. So let's chat about specs, what you're gonna get for your around $200. So as I mentioned, you've got a 5-inch screen. It's a 720p screen. It is protected by Gorilla Glass 3. Powering it is a Snapdragon 410, in case you're wondering. It's clocked at 1.5 gigahertz and it has this many cores. So two versions are gonna be available depending on which one you get, obviously cost. There's an 8GB version with 1 gig of RAM, that's one's gonna be 180 bucks, or it'll step up to a 16GB version with 2 gigs of RAM and a micro SD card slot, which we have right here. That can hold a card up to 32 gigs. Battery is a pretty nice size, 2,470 milliamp hours. It's gonna get you about 24 hours of mixed use. It does have some water protection though. It's IPX7, so you can throw this in a little bit of water, pick it up, and you'll be fine, assuming you've got the back pushed in all the way. On the back, we have a 13 megapixel camera. It's f2.0 in case you're wondering. And we've got a 5 megapixel sensor on the front. Much like the OnePlus 2, no NFC is found on board here, but it does have LTE. So improvements over the last Moto G. You can now get it with 2 gigs of RAM, bigger than 8 gigs of internal storage, but on the last gen, micro SD was standard. The camera's been upgraded from the 8 megapixel that it was on the previous generation. If you look around the phone, you're gonna have on screen your typical Android buttons. You've got your power button, your volume up and down. Of course, lollipop base. It's almost stock Android here with Motorola, sort of tiny little apps on top. But the apps sit totally separate from the OS. They can be updated very easily. The phone feels really nice in the hand. It feels more significant. We've got the back with a bit of a textured, almost like scratch pad type back. We got that little dimple that we saw with the first gen Moto X that I really like. Dual LED flash. The phone just feels a little more premium and upscale than the last gen Moto G. If you're an Android purist, you're going to love the OS here. It is Android being Android with some of Motorola's really nice additions sitting on top. Of course, you've got front firing speakers to get some great audio out of here. And then the camera is going to be flanked on the right-hand side of the device. Anyway, what do you guys think? We'll put it through its paces, do a full review, but anything you want to see in particular, be sure to let us know. Until next time, John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo. See you guys next video.